Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Ike from Flipside Music, and welcome to What the Fact number
32.
32. As some of you may know, at least one of you knows
Or noticed
that we missed last week's episode due to busyness and aggravation and small business type stuff that just got a little bit overwhelming.
A lot of things piling up at the same time. Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff going on, and we just couldn't do it. And then some stupid things fell into place that just made it not work.
Yeah.
So we do apologize. I mean, that's still pretty good, though.
Yeah.
31.
31 of them.
That's way more consistent than I normally am.
Oh, yeah. For both of us.
Right. So, I figured we would have effed that up sooner than that.
Yeah. Well, we're doing good.
But welcome. For those of you that are brand new and enjoying this lovely program on whatever morning you're watching it, or evening.
Yeah.
Question and answer show. You ask a question, we give you some kind of answer. Hopefully it has some credibility. But
yeah, hopefully it's what you want to hear.
Yeah. But it might not. So, let's jump
Either
right
way,
in.
I'll get a bunch of words.
Yes.
Words are always fun.
Words are fun. All right, so you start out.
Mr. Driddle, which is, I believe, he's the one that noticed we were gone.
Driddle was the one that noticed. Thanks, Driddle.
Wax potted versus non, pros and cons. I'm assuming he means pickups.
Well,
instead of potted plants
or vegetables.
Yeah.
I prefer my tomato plants to be wax potted.
Might not hurt. No,
Or I like my potted wax. I like my pot to be waxed.
Ugh. I guess it could
That could go in any direction you want to take. Whatever way you want to take that joke, you can run with that. I say
flowers.
for me, wax potted. And
Well,
that is just for screechability.
yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, I guess that would be if you're. Yeah, that would be the only reason I know that people even do that is to cut down on harmonic feedback. Right. Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you start now, I don't think it's not gonna be so bad if you're playing a clean. Clean or something,
high gain
or even low gain.
though.
But I think once you get into the high gain situation, you're gonna have problems.
High gain or small rooms. Yeah.
So yeah, because then they're gonna start bouncing around.
Feedback cycle begins.
But and I think that starts getting into the minutia of things, and it's like I don't think that the people in the third row
Can tell
are going to tell if your
pickups
shit's
are potted.
potted or not. So
yeah,
because some of that stuff too.
it's like I'm really enjoying this guy's
Right.
show until I could tell his pickups were wax potted. Yeah.
Right. That dude only had wax potted pickups. I could have enjoyed the rest of this performance. But I think that a lot of that type of stuff, when it starts coming down to the little bits and pieces, honestly, you can just go up to your amp and go, presence goes from 4 to 6,
Right.
and that might change. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just using that as a general example.
No, I think you're right. Because for me, I guess I always just assumed it was more of a practicality thing that warranted doing that. It wasn't so much that it was for like a tonal difference or anything.
Well,
I mean, I'm sure there's a mild difference, but like what you're saying, you just make up for it with your EQ just a little bit.
Right. So why not have
the less prone to feedback,
less problematic situation?
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to go with it.
I mean, cons would be squeal. If you like squeal, then
wee.
Yeah. Wee.
Wee.
If you love that squeal, then just leave those pickups unpotted.
Well, we had that one guitar, that vintage guitar that was,
Well, even Pickles does from time in small rooms. Pickles will squeal a little bit because of that, but it's not anything like once you're in a larger room, it's really not an issue. And even that Ibanez was the same way.
Yeah.
Once you got to a larger room, it wasn't that big.
It wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Walking Dead says, how did you come to love your favorite guitar types?
That's a good one. Well, mine is twofold. You know, Hetfield from Metallica, obviously, in terms of the Explorer, was kind of my first introduction. But even, honestly, like Michael Schenker, because he had a V and he had an Explorer at 1.2. So Scorpions, I always thought that was cool. Just the shape in general. Whenever I would see it, that was the one, I guess, that would kind of stick with me more. And then, honestly, too, actually, Clapton had, like, I found some, like, old Guitar Player magazine that had, like, a printout of Clapton. I think it was, like, 72. But he had like his Carina Explorer. And I always thought that was that was another one because that was when I was like, well, then you could play blues on it, you could play metal on it. So then I'm like, that's my guitar.
Well, that's why I like the V. That's why I like the Carina V.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be Carina. It just I like a flying V with character.
Yeah.
I got that Greco that I keep seeing on the eBay.
Yeah.
I can't buy any more guitars. I'm already in my limit for the quarter one of 2019. But oh yeah, sorry.
Well, so Tellys then for you, right?
So Tellys are my big,
yeah.
Yeah, everybody. I think everybody knows that. I do like the Telly shape, and I don't know why, because I had a Strat. Well, I had a Strat, and that was my only guitar for a very, very long time. I mean, if I did buy something, I didn't bond, and I sold it right away. But I had my Telly or my Strat forever. Like forever. That was well, because I also moved a lot and I worked a lot, and I didn't play as much as I would have liked to when I was younger, due to careerness, which sucked the life out of me.
Yeah, that was
so
long days.
I used to work in the restaurant business, so long hours and all that good stuff. But all I had was the Strat, and plus I moved around a lot too. So I had that for a long time, and then I don't know. Once I got a Telly, I felt like. It's kind of like you feel like you get home.
With it, even though you didn't even know you.
I didn't even know I wanted one until I played one I was jamming with these dudes, and it was some restaurant guys, and we were just, hey, you want to come over? We're gonna jam and drink some beer and whatnot. And I was like, all right, great. And he actually had one of the. It was when the Road Worn series stuff came out. So what was that, like 2007, 2008?
Yeah, I think so. Right about that. Yeah.
So it was a Road Worn Telly, yellow pickguard.
Nice.
And it was funny because he's like, hey, man, look what I found. I got this for like $150 at a garage sale. And I'm like, whoa. He's like, yeah, it's totally vintage. I'm like, I didn't know they made these in Mexico. He's like, oh, fuck you. But it was a super cool guitar, and I got a chance to play it. And actually, that's what then I kind of fell in love with the Telly from that jam. I could bring it all the way back to that jam.
That's right, yeah.
And I think I bought Ruby maybe 2 weeks later off of eBay.
Oh, okay.
For $200.
Yeah, and that one's probably your best guitar purchase.
I love that.
I mean, I think you've got the most mileage out of that one for the money.
Well, all the paint's worn off the back.
Well, the frets are just worn off.
The frets are shot. So for me, to tell you, I just think it was just a matter of I liked it and it's iconic, and then there's cool variations of it. Yeah. And I just like a Telly. I don't know. I know it's the.
I think they're like the perfect middle ground though, because like especially honestly even like some of the Tellys with like quarter pounders in them. Like to me, that's starting to where I understand that more now, because it's like you can kind of cover anything from like the bluesy stuff, country stuff, rock, and it's like it all sounds pretty good on that one. Whereas like a Strat always sounds pretty stratty.
And it's a little thin for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can obviously do whatever you want with a Strat and get whatever you.
Yeah, but they always have that kind of bell-like kind of ring to them, whereas Tellys kind of navigate in the middle a little more.
And I always liked the Telly because I could feel like it was a little fatter, even though everybody thinks it's like Telly and country. I don't really feel like that. I feel like the bridge pickup on a Telly is actually more robust than a bridge pickup on a Strat.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't have that brittle sound to it.
Right. Oh, fuck, I hate that. Sorry. But I also like flying Vs. I really like a flying V. I think they're awesome. Terrible to sit down and play with. Not
nearly the classical position there.
Right. Not nearly as comfortable. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But I do like a flying V. I just think they're super rad.
Yeah, I love flying Vs too. Especially, I mean, that's another one too. Anything from blues to metal to, Albert King to Michael Schenker to any of those guys. Yeah.
And I like
Randy Rhoads.
Yeah, but that's.
I like his classic one, not the Jackson's one.
Not the Jackson one. No, that's just.
No, I like his polka dot.
So I mean, those are my Flying V and Telly. I like those. I don't know. I'm like, what else?
I do love Les Pauls, but I still have a hard time. I feel like, to me, Explorers are a better version, or not a better version.
I would rather have an Explorer.
Yeah.
I would rather have an Explorer. I would rather have a Firebird. I would rather have a
something's a little
a V. I'd rather have an RD.
Yeah.
I would rather have all of those before a Les Paul. And I know there's people that are going to be like, whoa. Hey, man. My choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just never, even though there's a lot of iconic players that played them, I just never,
I like the
never
way,
did it for me.
I like the way they feel, but I still like because the Explorer to me feels just like a Les Paul. Just you don't have that, that limited access. Not that I get up there that often, but if I want to be able to. And they don't block you. But honestly, Explorers to me were always even V's too. Same thing. Like they sound like a Les Paul, but the shape is way cooler. Usually they're a lot lighter. And
I like Firebird
I just
too.
love them. Yeah.
Firebird looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I just saw some girl on Instagram. It was a flying V body with a Firebird neck and headstock. With
That's
the revert.
cool. Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, she's
That's cool.
Good.
Yeah, that's pretty.
She was killing it too. It was like, damn girl, that thing sounds badass.
Awesome.
So, all right. Well, that was a long-winded answer for an easy question, really.
Right. All right, Mr. Starks.
All right, you go.
If money was no object, what guitar and amp would each of you have? Wow, this is another big one.
See, that's
Short but big.
right, but without parameters, it's tough.
Well, yeah,
Because-
are we talking like could we own somebody else's stuff, or is it just?
Well, it's like, okay, a Dumble. Does somebody want a Dumble, or do you want a original '59 Bassman? Or like, it becomes endless. I
Or like
want
an
Jimmy
original
Page's-
Carina V or whatever.
Yeah, I want Jimmy Page's Telecaster. Not the new reissue, which we'll have here soon. So I don't know. Eric Clapton's Blackie, would that be a guitar?
Well, that's what I mean.
That
Like,
would be something cool.
This is pretty open because it's like you said, if you could open it up to having other people's stuff.
But that's where it can become crazy, because that's where you're like unlimited budget. Like, I wouldn't mind having, Johnny Winter's Firebird.
I'd love Albert King's V.
Albert King's V is another great one. B.B. King, Lucille.
Yeah.
Like, those are iconic, guitars. Or
Even one of Jimmy's Strats or anything. I mean, yeah.
right. So if you start excluding that into a purchase thing,
So like if we had to run out and purchase something today,
well,
and money was no object.
there's nowhere in town to go do that.
Well, no.
Except for here.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
there's some places. There's places in town, but no place that has what I would be looking for.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's what I mean.
Kind of the same. I mean, at least for if we're getting into like the crazy guitars, but because we definitely tend to be more in the middle range.
Yes. I don't know. I think it would be cool to have a Dumble. I think that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Or even
It'd be cool to have an old Plexi.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd love to have like like an actual 2203 vintage, super lead. That would be pretty cool. Actually, like Lemmy's Murder One, because that one was technically just a super bass head. Or even Dwayne Allman's super bass head. That's another one that sounded great.
See, there you go. Dwayne Allman
Yeah,
stuff.
see,
Like,
yeah.
There's another
One, his
guitar.
Les Paul, all
Or
that
Gary
stuff,
Moore's
yeah.
Les Paul.
Yeah.
Or Les Paul's Les Paul.
That's a good. Like,
so it's tough
I
to.
feel like that's how Kirk Hammett approached that question. Was like, if money was no object, which it's not for
Right,
him.
he's
So
fairly- yeah.
So then they're like, what guitar would you have? And so he actually runs out and buys it.
That's incredible, though.
Yeah. I did get to see him play it.
I did not. Okay, so let's see what's next. Sorry about the phone ringing. We can't. No, we're not.
Oh no, we're not.
We're not even close. We got here early just to provide you guys with
viewing pleasures.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
And such.
Some such.
So, I don't know. Money's no object. That's a tough one. It's just too hard. I need parameters, man. I need parameters.
Yeah.
I need some. Keep it contained.
Yeah, I mean, there's all
I'd
kinds of
probably
cool
get an
stuff.
old Plexi.
Yeah, that would be that. Yeah,
That
probably
would be,
number one
that would
on
be,
my.
I would do that, and I would try to get an old. See, there you go. We're opening back to the thing before. Maybe an old Carina V would be cool.
Yeah.
Or I would mind getting like a '72 thin line Telecaster.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, I wouldn't even mind one of those. If
with the OG.
Yeah.
You can still pick them up relatively
Yeah.
cheap.
Tab Benoit hasn't quartered the market on those.
Well, I'm sure he's got a bunch. But I mean, relative to the prices of other things from that era, it's still not too bad. Because, trust me, I've looked. And I'm like, I would love to be able to buy one, but
We'll get there.
one of these days
Yeah.
I'll be able to afford things that I sell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. That's why we relate to our customer base so well.
Exactly. Yeah, we can very much sympathize, not empathize, but actually sympathize.
Sympathize. You're like, yep, I want that too.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Affirm. Come on, hook me up. Come on, Security Financial. It's getting like, come on. 7. All right, moving on. Sorry. We're actually getting...
Well, I've had guys like chant prayers in here while their card is being rung out.
Oh,
Please,
I know.
God,
Please just make it fast. All right, Mike Rohde. I have a Mackie Pro FX 22 mixer. I use XLR out to amp for mains. Can I also use the 1/4 inch out to another amp along with the XLR out?
I don't know about. I'm not.
I would
I'm
have,
not in the
I would have
mixer
to check.
verse.
Yeah, I would have to check the Mackie paperwork and see. XLR out to amps for mains.
As I said, we do have more other stuff coming, so we're gonna actually start using some of it for videos and stuff. So we are gonna get definitely more familiar here soon. But
1/4 inch out.
This is
to
not
another
my,
amp along
forte.
with the XLR out. I don't know. I'd have to. I think that's a thing that I'd definitely have to check out and look, or just try it.
yeah, well, we could try to see if we could try to address.
We
it
could try
for
to
next,
pull. I mean,
next week.
next time we get some Mackie tuners in,
Yeah.
we'll have to get back to you, Mike. That's an interesting one because I've never tried that.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. You get the last one.
All right, Mr. Coombs.
Mr. Coombs, Ben Coombs.
Great stuff, guys. Question for next week.
Oh, wait a minute. Ben Coombs is our official preferred YouTuber of Canada.
Yes, of the Great North,
Right.
of the Canucks, of Canucks fame.
Yes, he's our preferred YouTuber of Canada.
Yeah. Famous among all Canadians, I'm
Right.
sure. Right. Right.
Canadian circles, yes.
Yes, all Canadian.
All Canadian
Yeah,
bacon circles.
Yeah. And then I'm hungry. Question for next week: have either of you found an actual use for a ring modulator?
Yeah, it keeps the door open to the warehouse. It does a real good job too.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe for like an intro or like a weird interlude in a song if you need some weird drony sound, but I can't say I'm ring modulating myself very often.
8 bars max. That's all I got.
8 bars, man.
8 bars max.
Yeah, I mean,
That's actually not a bad band name.
8. Yeah, it's actually not actually. That's
Go ahead. Anybody wants to steal that? Feel free. Just hashtag me in on that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure with enough delay, something interesting is possible, but
I've never used one because, not saying that I haven't plugged one in. I just haven't. I've never used one because it has no use in my world. So
well,
I plugged
yeah,
it in
that's
and I'm
like,
like,
I
oh,
think
that's
opposite of what you want because it just like makes it's just
It's
noise.
just-
yeah.
I can't, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know.
These guys laugh at me because they'll plug in pedals like ambient pedals, and then I'll go, "Oh, that sounds cool. Hey, you want to try it?" Yeah, and I'll go try it, and then I'll mess around for a little bit, and then systematically I'm like, "Splish,
Yeah,
dink," and then Dylan laughs at me. He goes, "Here you
it's
go."
back to the clean tone.
Right,
yeah.
and it's all basically I turn everything back off and just see what the amp's gonna do.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's my move. I
your
get
happy,
it.
your happy place.
I like to. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure for like an intro or some weird interlude in a song or something weird, I'm sure somebody's, there's got to be a reason somebody made it, obviously. But I can't say either of us really use them ever.
Yeah. So I mean,
Like I said, I'm sure they're fun for.
well,
like,
I think the sarcasm. I think there's Canadian sarcasm in there.
Oh yeah, are you detecting hints of Canadian?
I think I'm saying nodes of Canadian sarcasm.
It's
Where
wafting up.
have you ever found an actual use for a ring modulator? See what I'm saying? I think there's Canadian humor in there.
Some kind of Canadian trickery,
Right.
shenaniganery.
which means he hasn't found an actual use for it either.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Works great to keep the door open. So I hope that helps you, Ben Coons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you could like crack open a beer with it or something. Or like throw it at a moose.
I don't
Or
know
a
how
squirrel.
many,
Or a squirrel.
moose and squirrel. I don't know how many mooses.
Misery.
I don't know how many mysteries there are in Ontario, Canada.
The mystery of the misery.
Mysteries and squirrels. Watch it. It's our folklore. Let's gather around, light a fire. Let me tell you about the mysteries. Oh, God.
That is
All right, well, I think
that's
that's
Canadian
it.
accent, right?
What's that?
That accent. That's
Yeah,
a prime
that
example.
was totally.
Yeah.
That's total Canadian accent. That's what it's like when you go to like A&W.
Yes.
You go to the A&W for some fries and gravy.
Yeah.
That's a thing in Canada, apparently.
Yeah, they call. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it's like the. Well, it's weird because they don't do it like Southern styles to do it with like white gravy, but they do brown gravy, which I find weird because it's like.
Well, they're inclusive. It's Canada.
Yeah, but like if chicken is somehow involved, there should be white gravy. I feel like beef gravy warrants brown gravy, or beef warrants brown gravy, chicken warrants.
Yeah, but
white
turkey gravy is brown usually.
It's in the middle. It's beige.
Beige gravy.
It's
Okay,
beige
well,
gravy. I don't know.
we got beige gravy.
And it's got like things like giblets and some such in there.
Ate by Johnny Giblets.
Johnny.
Eat by Johnny get giblets.
There's a new, what's your new, like, blues persona?
Eight bar
Bar
Johnny Giblets.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start a Canadian bacon food truck. They got bacon trucks for everything. We just wrap everything in Canadian bacon.
Just wrap it in hams.
And then just got to say A a lot and stuff. And,
Eh?
and you get a free decal.
Yeah.
Get free decals.
And we'll only use Canadian change.
Toonies.
Toonie, yeah.
And loonies.
Toonies and loonies.
See, we know some stuff about Canada.
Looney Tunes.
We're actually
Yeah.
pretty good for being in the middle of Western America.
Well, we've both been there. Same
Well,
spot
I used
though,
to
which
live
is funny.
close. Yeah,
I
used
did
to
too.
live
Yeah.
close. So, all right. Well, let's finish our
Totally derail. Yeah.
Sorry, we went on a whole Canadian thing there.
What are your thoughts on gravy, everybody? Okay.
Yes, let us know your gravy thoughts.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should do like, I don't know. We gotta do a video. We gotta do like a giveaway. Maybe some shirts or something. What do you guys think? Shirt giveaway next week, maybe? We'll do a hashtag something and then shirt giveaway.
Hashtag shirt off.
Maybe we should start.
We're gonna reshirt somebody who's shirtless.
No. We are not doing hashtag shirt
Hey.
off. Absolutely.
We
not.
gotta
look through them.
We gotta reshirt the shirtless.
Well, then you're gonna be in charge of looking through them.
No, that's MJ's job.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
We can make him do it. We can make him do it. That's a shit job. We'll make him do it. Sorry, MJ. We should do something like some kind of hashtag, something giveaway thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna think about it. And next week we'll come back to you and let you guys know. Yes, next week we'll have Fender stuff in here and everything. That's gonna be super cool.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, we gotta get rolling. Phones ringing. People are at the door. Place is going crazy. It's madness. Ah! I'll see you guys later. Catch you on the flip side.
Oh, look who's here.